Well, on the day, I mean, I felt like overall we played pretty well. Played some different people in the second game, and the first game defensively was great till I guess the 10th inning. I guess we made 2 errors in that inning, but really you look back on it, the play of the day was Aloy's play at shortstop was incredible. Catches the ball over his head, the wind's blowing the ball over, spins and makes an off-balance throw right on the money, and we get a tag out. And instead of being down 2 runs going into the bottom of the 10th, we're only down 1. Obviously, we end up scoring 2 and winning the game. We seemed to, I just thought we were a little first game jitters, a little tight the first game, and I thought their starter did a really nice job of locating all of his pitches. And, I looked at his record last year in junior college. He was 11-0 with like a 1.99 ERA, and you're kind of thinking, well, that's junior college, but on the other hand, you're thinking this guy knows how to pitch, and he does. And wasn't overpowering at all, but just did a great job. But I thought that Gackle was outstanding. You take away I think it was the 3rd inning when he, his pitch count got up there a little. He was cruising after 2 innings. I think he'd only thrown 22 pitches, and thinking, yeah, this guy might go 6 or 7 today. And give them credit. I mean, they fought him a little bit, and the first game was a big win. I think we kind of relaxed and threw a totally different type pitcher out of second game, kind of a location type lefty. Might top out at 87, maybe. A lot of change-ups and some cutters, and we put together a really good inning there. And I think it was the 4th. We scored 6 runs with 2 outs, and give our hitters a lot of credit. They worked a lot of counts today, and we had a lot of runners on all day, really. Could have scored a lot more runs, but, we swung at some pitches out of the zone and things we hadn't seen much of in our scrimmages. So some guys trying to do a little too much. But in the second game, I think Zach Root really set the tone. The first inning, he was really good for 5 innings, honestly. Really commanded his breaking ball. Had a cutter, fastball, busted right-handers in with his heater, locked him up, and, he had it all going today. It was fun to watch. So, good day for us.
You think you mentioned Aloy's play. I mean, did that, like, you fall behind and maybe a little flat, like having that play, you think provide a boost when you guys get back in the dugout, a little bit of energy?
I think so. I mean, the guys didn't even act like we were down, and we were down to our last 3 outs. They were just congratulating him on a great play, and we all did, So I got to tell our guys, we want to win every game, but we're not going to win every game. I want to see what we need to do. I want to see what kind of moves we need to make, who can hit right-handed pitch and left-handed pitch, and, whatever. And trying to figure out some roles from some pitchers. But, I do believe this too. If you have a good team, you're going to find ways to come back and win games when you're losing in your last at bat, and that's what we did today. And it definitely was a little bit of a springboard leading into the second game.
Impressive too. Not only how the pitchers were able to throw today, but doing it in this weather. Again, first time against a different group of hitters.
Yeah, real impressive. I mean, it's tough to grip the ball, and it's this isn't baseball weather. It is what it is. I feel fortunate to get the games in when you look at the weather, what was coming in and what's coming in Sunday, and thank goodness we're playing out of town next weekend because it didn't look very good again. So, as you can tell, all I do is watch the weather. But it's the pitchers were really good all day, all of them. None of them really had any control issues. They commanded the zone with more than one pitch, and went through some pretty good hitters. And I don't think we could have asked any more of our pitchers today.
For that first game, to come down to the way it did, for them to show the type of fight they did there at the end, I wonder what you think about that.
Doesn't surprise me a bit. I mean, we have a good team. There's some guys that are going to fight to play, and they're pushing each other, but they all like each other, it seems like. And I don't think they're ever going to shut it down. I mean, you're just kind of a walk and a base hit away from, having that guy up maybe when you're down a couple to hit a 3-run homer. And I think this team, I hope this team has that knack, because that's what pushes you over the top, is when you can come back and beat people late.
About Brent Iredale and the day
Well,
he
he
had?
had a great day. You know, unfortunately for him and us, I mean, if the wind's not blowing like it was, that ball hits the top of the batter's eye. I mean, that ball is absolutely crushed, and it didn't go anywhere. You know, but you look at it, we had a couple balls that would have been out of the park, 2 or 3. They had a couple as well. You know, one of ours would have been a 3-run homer, Maxwell's ball. Center fielder made a great play, still got a sac fly out of it, but that ball was hammered. And then, you know, Brent's ball there. But I like the base hits up the middle, line drives all over the field, and I thought he played great defense for us today. Cut off a couple of balls that we're going to get to the 6-5 hole that probably not going to be able to throw anybody out. And one of them, he started a double play. So, you know, I said all along that we knew he could hit. And then when he got to campus, you know, my comment was, well, he's a better defender than I thought, and he's continued to get better. And that's been big for him and us.
I guess to be able to get Jimenez into that game, that second game, just when a pitcher comes back from not having pitched an actual game for that long, just what do you think of how his day went?
Yeah, I thought he was great. I mean, he's throwing the ball 90, 91 miles an hour with some sink, and he's not even 12 months out of Tommy John. And take him, you know, he was only going to throw one inning, and that's what he did. And you know, had a bad hop single, had a balls hit really good with no wind. That ball goes out of the park, kind of disappeared in the, you know, kind of that high sky there. And but it was really good to get him on the mound. He's going to help us, and you'll see his velocity climb as the season goes on.
And then for Helfrich to lead off the bottom of the ninth with that walk in the first game after what happened in the top of the ninth, just what did you think of that at bat in particular? From
Well, what happened was, first off, he made a great play keeping that ball fair, and that would have been our second out, and then the go-ahead runner would have gone to third. I mean, he's such an athletic catcher. He was on it so quick, and he kept it from spinning foul, and threw its sidearm. And you know, I've talked to him about this. His arm is really good, and it got on the first baseman, and you know, it almost got all the way to the corner. You know, and you know, he felt bad about it. You know, you're thinking maybe the first baseman would catch it, but it's like, you know, it's kind of a tweener ball. Need to have a little more feel on that. Maybe just take a little bit off of it, but. You know, it was a good play, and but then for him to come up to start that inning and, you know, not go out of the zone, chasing, trying to hit a home run to make up for it and all that, and just, you know, just getting on base, doing his job, and let the next guy bunt him over, and then we end up walking, and, you know, it all went our way from there pretty much.
Coach, on the topic of Ryder, did you have, you know, that bunt single for the first hit of the season for the entire team? Was that something where he's checking down to see where the third baseman's playing? Is that something that you guys expected, or he does it and, you know, it's all instinct from there?
Well, Ryder's a really good bunter. We put it on, and you know, he was a good bunter last year and taking it up a notch. We work on it a lot. He's a good runner for a catcher. He's a good runner for a college player. I mean, he's a good athlete. So, yeah, we talked to the guys yesterday. You know, I told them, I said, we are going to get to play tomorrow, but offensively, you guys aren't going to like the way how hard and how cold the wind's going to be, and you're not going to like which direction it's blowing. So we got to figure out how to score runs. We're going to have to steal some bases, maybe lay down a bunt, and you know, that's kind of what went down. We played a little small ball to get the lead, and then ended up winning the game with some walks and some attempted, you know, bunts, and I think it bothered their pitcher. He had trouble throwing it over the plate when we were showing bunts. And then obviously in the second game with some balls off top of the wall, home run, a couple more doubles, and you know, did a nice job.
And you kind of mentioned too, playing different guys in the second game. One of those, Cam Kojal at second base. What do you think of his day, and just, you know, the potential that he gives you guys as another option as an infielder and a hitter?
Yeah, had a good day. Played, had 2 doubles. You know, both of his doubles, he hit him. He kind of top spun both of them. Hit him off towards the end of the bat. One into right center, one down the right field line, and you know, it hit off the wall. It was, yeah, it's good. We need him to hit, and he's done a good job. He's you know, he's a guy that if he'll go the other way, he'll really hit. You know, but he likes to pull, and we're working on that. And his 2-strike approach is where he's been getting his best swings. His early swings has been almost a little too violent, too hard, and swinging and missing. 2 strikes, chokes up a little bit. Bat flattens out a little bit, and that's when he's been doing his damage. And You know, you might see him doing that earlier in the count.